Welcome to the latest installment of Kingdom Hearts Mysteries, our collaborative series with Kingdom Hearts Insider, where we aim to shed light on the more complicated aspects of the Kingdom Hearts games in order to help prepare everyone for the upcoming Kingdom Hearts 3. In our last episode, we explored the concept of time travel in the series and its significance for future games. Now, we'll unravel the connection Sora has with other people, while exploring how he could be the one who saves all those who have been lost. As we've learned throughout the series, Sora has a special connection with various characters. Being the only one to have ever returned to his human form after becoming a nobody, Sora might possess the power to bring back all the people who were lost in previous games. Ansem the Wise's data self reveals this to Riku in Dream Drop Distance. He explains that Sora's heart is unique, having the power to mend broken connections. Sora has touched, accepted, and saved countless hearts throughout his journey. Sora easily bonds with all sorts of people throughout the worlds he visits, though there are some with whom he has a special bond. Some of these have affected Sora more than he knows. Shortly before Sora's birth, Master Xehanort sought out a young pupil to use as a vessel so he could leave his aging body behind and live longer inside a younger one. He found Ventus, affectionately known as Ven, and set out to train him with a Keyblade. Master Xehanort quickly realized that Ven was too kind-hearted for the task, so he decided to use him for another plan, to recreate the legendary Keyblade in order to obtain Kingdom Hearts. This becomes possible when Hearts of Light and Darkness clash with one another in the Keyblade Graveyard, where the Keyblade War was waged ages before, close to the true Kingdom Hearts. Unfortunately, Ven wasn't willing to embrace the darkness required of him to forge the Keyblade, forcing Master Xehanort to forcibly extract the darkness from Ven's heart, which then formed into a being of pure darkness known as VANITAS. The prolonged exposure to VANITAS, whose darkness was able to flourish, weakened Ven's heart and left him in a comatose state. Master Xehanort realized that Ven wasn't going to make it, so he decided to abandon the boy at Xehanort's childhood home, Destiny Islands. Luckily, at that moment, Ven's damaged heart managed to make contact with the heart of a newly born Sora. His kind heart offered to fill up the gap left by VANITAS, Ven's darkness, and their hearts connected. This action saved Ven's life and allowed him to regain consciousness. 4 years after his split between Ven and VANITAS and Ven and Sora's connection, Ven was forced to face VANITAS in combat. This was Master Xehanort's second attempt at creating the Keyblade by having these two hearts of pure light and pure darkness clash. Xehanort's plan failed when Ven sacrificed himself in order to protect his friends. However, this time, Ven was forced to destroy VANITAS, which left his heart severely damaged. Sora, now 4 years old, was contacted by Ven's heart due to their previous connection. It sought shelter or risked being lost completely, and was given refuge within Sora. Ven's heart remained with Sora for the next 10 years until the moment Sora became a Heartless when he stabbed himself with the Keyblade of people's hearts while in Hollow Bastion during the first Kingdom Hearts. This was a special Keyblade created by Xehanort's Heartless, Ansem Seeker of Darkness, in order to unlock people's hearts. Ven's heart then returned to Sora when Sora merged back with his nobody, ROXAS, a year later. Ven's comatose body has been awaiting its heart's recovery for over a decade in the Chamber of Waking in Castle Oblivion, which was created by Aqua at the end of Birth by Sleep to keep Ven safe. Any normal person would have lost their body after their heart left it, but Ven's darkness had been completely eradicated by Master Xehanort when VANITAS was created, so Ven's body never disappeared and has remained in the Chamber of Waking all this time. This means that throughout the series, Sora has been carrying Ven's sleeping heart within him. Contrary to popular belief, this is not the reason why Sora is a Keyblade wielder. In Birth by Sleep, Riku was granted the power to wield his own Keyblade by Terra, but during the beginning of the original Kingdom Hearts, Riku was seduced by darkness. Before he was completely swallowed by it, Sora managed to touch Riku's light, granting him access to Sora's Keyblade, until Riku later reclaimed it in Hollow Bastion. It then officially became Sora's after proving his heart was stronger than Riku's when they fought each other in Hollow Bastion. Sora and Ven have a lot in common beyond their physical resemblance. They both admit that they draw their strength from their friends, and the two even share similar gestures. One in particular is the iconic glare that Ven originally gave Braig during Birth by Sleep. Years later, Sora gives Xigbar, Braig's nobody, the same glare in both Kingdom Hearts 2 and Dream Drop Distance. So Ven is still waiting in Castle Oblivion to be rescued. But what of his dark self? As soon as Master Xehanort forcibly extracted the darkness from Ven's heart, he created a new persona made completely out of pure darkness, naming him VANITAS, which means emptiness. At first, VANITAS was just an empty, faceless creature who wore a mask. As soon as Sora's newborn heart connected with Ven, VANITAS began taking on the appearance of a dark-haired and yellow-eyed Sora. This is because Sora's heart had filled up the fractured part of Ven's heart that used to be VANITAS. This means that if Ven connected with anyone else, VANITAS would have subsequently taken on that person's appearance. Being a part of Ven, VANITAS was able to feel what Ven felt, learning of his relationship with Terra and Aqua, which proved useful to Master Xehanort's schemes to make Terra his vessel and have Ven and VANITAS forge the Keyblade. Eventually, VANITAS was defeated by Ven during their final clash, but since no one in the series has ever truly gone for good, the fate of VANITAS is questionable. In Dream Drop Distance, young Master Xehanort managed to make VANITAS briefly appear when taunting Sora, telling Sora that his heart was a prison. This was not a version of VANITAS from the past, but rather VANITAS reacting to Ven's heart inside Sora. This indicates that there's a strong chance Ven's dark persona may return to join Xehanort as soon as Ven is restored for the upcoming battle in Kingdom Hearts 3. In the first Kingdom Hearts, Sora not only had Ven's heart inside him, but Kairi's as well. Kairi is one of the 7 princesses of heart, had a heart of pure light and no darkness inside of her. When the Heartless attacked her while Destiny Islands was being destroyed, Kairi's heart was able to seek refuge inside Sora, while her body was left behind in a comatose state. Her heart was able to find its way to Sora due to a spell cast on her by Aqua during their brief meeting 10 years earlier in Birth by Sleep. Aqua ensured that, should anything try to harm Kairi, she'd be protected by someone who could keep her safe. When Sora eventually learned this, he used the Keyblade of people's hearts on himself to free Kairi's heart from his body, along with his own, and became a Heartless in the process. Fortunately, this was only for a brief period of time, as Kairi managed to revive Sora with the special power she has within her as a Princess of Heart. What Kairi did restored Sora's heart back to normal from his Heartless state, but that essentially made Sora, from the end of the first Kingdom Hearts to the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, a walking heart, as his body had already been cast away into the darkness to be reborn in Twilight Town as his nobody, ROXAS. When Sora and Kairi's hearts left Sora's body in the first Kingdom Hearts, Ven's heart was left dormant inside. This is why ROXAS looks like Ven instead of Sora, as his heart shaped the appearance of Sora's body. ROXAS did not inherit any memories from Sora or Ven due to Sora's time spent as a Heartless being so brief and Ven's fractured heart remaining dormant. Due to these unique circumstances, ROXAS was able to form his own unique persona with his own memories and experiences. In Dream Drop Distance, it's revealed that nobodies eventually grow hearts of their own, as was the case with ROXAS, among a few others.
Shouldn't you be able to have a heart inside you too?
ROXAS, however, wasn't the only nobody created when Sora turned himself into a Heartless. Kairi's heart was released from Sora's body, which created her own unique nobody. This became NAMINE, who was born in Castle Oblivion. Due to NAMINE's unusual birth, she shares a very special connection with Sora. NAMINE is capable of manipulating Sora's memories and the memories of those who are connected to him. When NAMINE was repairing Sora's memories, she learned that there was someone else, besides ROXAS, interfering with his memory restoration. When Xemnas went to meet Sora for the first time in Hollow Bastion during the first Kingdom Hearts, he made sure to sample some of Sora's most important memories. These were later used by Organization 13 to create a replica puppet named XION, as a failsafe in the event that Sora and ROXAS would prove inadequate for the organization's purposes. In order for that to happen, XION was designed to siphon ROXAS and Sora's powers while under full control of Organization 13. This led to her becoming a Keyblade wielder, although the Keyblade she uses is actually fake. As a puppet created from memories, XION could appear differently to each person. She took the form of an individual whose connection to Sora resonated the strongest. For instance, Xigbar, who had encountered Ven during the events of Birth by Sleep, saw Ven when looking at XION. XION's most common appearance, the one we're all familiar with, was formed through Sora's memories of Kairi. The unusual circumstances of her creation as a mirror-like puppet unfortunately meant that her demise would lead to everyone forgetting she ever existed. Knowing this, XION chose to face ROXAS in order to return to Sora. When the battle was over, ROXAS immediately started forgetting her. His will to remember XION, however, was so strong that it managed to awaken Ven's heart inside him, which allowed ROXAS to wield both Sora's borrowed Keyblade and Ven's Keyblade, becoming the first dual wielder in the series. Once ROXAS returned to Sora at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora regained Ven's heart, and with it, the ability to dual wield. Though XION has been forgotten, she had such a strong bond with ROXAS that when she appears to Sora in Dream Drop Distance, despite his inability to remember who she is, Sora sheds a tear, indicating ROXAS is reacting to seeing her. XION is seen again when Riku dives into Sora's heart, indicating that she won't be forgotten for long. Sora has a very open heart, as seen by his taking on the hearts of Ven, XION, and ROXAS. Even without being aware of it, Sora opened his heart to all of these people in order to help them. This is a heavy burden to bear, as he shares their pain. Carrying this burden sent Sora spiraling towards darkness in Dream Drop Distance. But luckily, Ven's fragile heart was able to protect Sora's light, allowing Riku to dive into Sora's heart and pull him out of sleep. The latest games in the series, like Coded, have strongly hinted toward this being a major issue in Kingdom Hearts 3. After being forced to meddle with Sora's memories in Chain of Memories, NAMINE began the process of linking them back together while Sora slept inside his pod. During this period, NAMINE uncovered the links in Sora's heart to the tormented individuals he was sheltering and left behind a message of warning in Jiminy's journal, which was later digitized in Coded. Sora has a strong heart and is willing to help all those in need, but even someone as lighthearted as Sora can only handle so much before breaking, especially when the hearts he shelters are filled with so much pain. Sora's memory restoration after Chain of Memories was overseen by Ansem the Wise, known then as Diz. He realized how strong and loving Sora's heart was, prompting him to store data inside it, containing vital information necessary for saving all those who've been lost and bringing them back. This means that in Kingdom Hearts 3, we will most likely learn more about this data and figure out how Sora will use it to save Ven, ROXAS, NAMINE, and XION, along with anyone else who was previously lost. It's interesting to compare and contrast both Sora and Xehanort. They have a lot in common besides having both grown up at Destiny Islands. While Sora willingly invites people to join his heart in order to save and shelter them, Xehanort does the opposite and forces his heart upon others for his own selfish purposes. Series director Tetsuya Nomura has often emphasized that Sora isn't all that special. He's supposed to be a relatable, normal boy who cares deeply for his friends. His ability to connect with everyone he meets is what gives him his power and sets him aside from his more special and powerful friends. Sora's connections to people are why he is the key to save all characters who have been lost prior to Kingdom Hearts 3. Our Kingdom Hearts mysteries continue with our third installment, which will focus on Xehanort and his true goal throughout the series. So be sure to return back to GameTrailers next month as we delve through the most important plot points in preparation for Kingdom Hearts 3.